Scottish fans decorated many statues in Boston with traffic cones. English fans, rivals of the Scots, arrived later and, as a counter-protest, also decorated a statue with an English flag. The battle is on. And no, we're not talking about the football on the pitch. We're talking about one of the oldest rivalries in world football, England versus Scotland. At the 2026 World Cup in the United States, that rivalry has found a brand new stage. But where does the rivalry come from? And why do the Scots decorate statues? From Boston to other host cities, fans are turning public statues, bars, and city landmarks into symbols of national pride. Scotland supporters have become famous for adopting statues wherever they travel. The tradition dates back many years and became especially famous during tournaments across Europe. Scottish supporters saw it as a harmless way to leave their mark on a city, creating funny photo opportunities and showing their presence without causing trouble. A statue wasn't just a statue anymore. It became Scottish territory. And at World Cup 2026 they've brought that tradition to America. In Boston, one of the cities packed with traveling supporters, statues have reportedly been transformed with traffic cones. Some landmarks wake up looking as if they've joined the Tartan Army. And if you've never heard that name before, the Tartan Army is what Scotland's traveling supporters are called. They're famous worldwide, not just for their passion, but also for their ability to turn an entire city into one giant party. And that usually involves a lot of beer. At this World Cup, jokes have already been circulating that Scotland fans are trying to drink Boston dry. Of course, no city is actually running out of beer. But the reputation is nothing new. Where the Tartan Army goes, the pints tend to follow. For a while, Scotland had the spotlight. Then England responded. Because if there's one thing England supporters hate, it's letting Scotland have the last laugh. Reports and social media videos have shown English fans joining the statue game themselves, decorating monuments with England flags and scarves. But some have taken things a step further. Scottish decorations have mysteriously vanished. Saltire flags have been removed. It's all mostly playful. Mostly. Because underneath the jokes and social media banter lies a rivalry that stretches back centuries. Long before football even existed. England and Scotland fought wars for hundreds of years. The border between the two nations has seen battles, invasions, rebellions, and legendary figures, such as William Wallace and Robert the Bruce. The political rivalry eventually became a sporting rivalry. And when international football was born, England and Scotland were there from the very beginning. For Scotland, beating England is often about proving themselves against their larger neighbour. For England, losing to Scotland is something supporters never want to hear about. And trust me, Scottish fans would never let them forget it. That's why even thousands of miles from home, in American cities hosting World Cup matches, the rivalry remains alive. Not through violence, but through songs, jokes, flags and scarves. One day a monument belongs to Scotland. The next day England claims it back. It's football rivalry in its purest form, creative, competitive, and impossible to ignore.